Hello, wonderful Capricorns. Welcome back to Insights with Spirit. And I just wanted to introduce another new deck of mine, which I absolutely love. This is called the Visions Quest Tarot. This is a Native American deck, and I am just loving all the positivity I get from this deck, and just the imagery is remarkable. I'm also using my fluorite here, my two pyramid or octradone fluorite, um, to cleanse any negative energies and also to energize the reading. This little guy here actually got to spend time out under the moon, the super lunar eclipse moon. So he is ready to work, ready to charge. And also I'm going to be using my my rose quartz, since this is a love reading, to just direct the energy. And so let's get right into it. I've already prayed over the deck and I've got it laid out here. And you guys came in with the Three of Cups at the beginning of the month. A beautiful card symbolizing, you know, celebration, um, hanging out with friends, eating some good food, drinking some good wine, even water, whatever tickles your fancy. But this is a card of, it's a community card. Like, it's you and your boy or you and your guy friends going out. It's you and your girlfriends going out, or you're just celebrating with people that you love. And you and your partner, see, because there's the two cups, or there's two hands here. In other decks, this deck has its own interpretation as well, and also its own imagery. So this card's really speaking to me about you and your partner sharing what is being given. And you're also, you're both giving. You're not just receiving, but you're actually giving to one another. Okay. Helping each other laugh, remember the good times, and just having a good old time, celebrating, eating good food, having, you know, some sweet affection, attention, back and forth from one another. It's just ever flowing. Okay. Second week coming in, you guys got the grandmother. And the grandmother is also known as the empress. And you see, in the Native American culture, it is the grandmother and grandfather that, have this abundance of resource and experience and knowledge to share with the children and to share with the rest of the community. This is an older figure, possibly. It doesn't have to be an older figure, but a feminine energy. It could be your mother or your grandmother. But she really brings in this energy of abundance and energy of love, peace, hope, fertility. So some of you in the second week of October may find out maybe you could be expecting, or you are receiving some childlike energy in this second week of October. And I just remember good times with my grandmothers, and how much, it's important to play, to keep that play, no matter how old we get. It keeps us young. And so you guys are really, you're coming in strong with the Three of Water, feeling full, having a fullness. And then, coming in with the grandmother is enhancing that already abundant energy that you guys are bringing into the second week of October. This is super creative. Basically, anything you see, touch, hear, like, dislike, it turns to gold. So that is an awesome energy to have. I mean, whether you're male or female. If you're a male, it's the grandfather. It is the emperor. But my eyes keep coming back to this child and the red on her sleeves, and also, the white of her hair, it's passion, purity, it's intuition, it's creativity, it's growth, okay? And in the third week of October, you guys are preparing for something. Whether that's with a partner or on your own, there's some things surrounding love that are not quite right, or they're not quite there, or they just don't serve you, is the best way to say that. But I'm sad I'm sad, and I'm also excited to say that it's going to burn it down. I mean, this is the card of chaos, but this is also the card of the Tower. And the Tower talks about, living a lie, basically. And you know about the lies, but it may be more comfortable. Maybe you have more money. Maybe you may not have the love that you desire, but you have more money and you have all this materialistic things, and you basically set up your castle on sand, basically. I mean, everything that you feel, the trappings that keep you comfortable are not what your spirit needs to make you fly, to make you become who you were meant to become. You're blindly, or on purpose, you're purposely blinding yourself to all of the issues that are wrong. That, maybe the person you're with isn't quite what you expected, or they're not quite what you wanted. But you pushed those red flags aside because maybe, a lot of us don't want to feel alone. But the flags were still there. I mean, the whole forest that this poor little stallion is in is on fire. And it looks like the smoke is showing him the path out. If he could just calm down and see where that smoke is escaping to, that he could breathe again. He could, get the smoke out of his lungs and start anew again. He loves his home. He misses his home. And he doesn't want to leave his home, as we all don't want to leave our home. Sometimes just life changes. Okay? So this is a good thing. I mean, it may not feel like a good thing in the beginning because you may lose everything that you had. You may lose everything that you believed that was true, that loved you, and you loved them. But that's why in the beginning of the month you are filled with all of this creative drive and passion and intuition, is because when this happens, and I know it's been happening quite a bit for us Cappies, and I know the past few months we've had the tower. Since probably the beginning of the year, we've had the tower many, 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 many times in our readings. And it's because we are coming up on a huge transformation. We need to be called upon, to fulfill our duties, but we can't if we're bogged down by something that has no true good intention for us. Nobody wants to live a lie. It may seem fine in the moment because you have everything else that you need, but when it comes down to it and you don't have the support of that partner because you pushed aside those red flags, you're going to have to face the fall. But that fall is going to be your redeemer. Do not forget, your redeemer is in this fall, is in this smoke, okay? Or excuse me, lightning. It looked like smoke to me, but now it's looking more like lightning. And that lightning makes even more sense, It's lighting the path. It's getting rid of, setting fire to what is not meant for you. And this lightning is begging you to follow. Follow the path. Okay? Now, coming in at the 4th week, we have the 4 of Air, which is all about rest, recouping, concentration, meditating. And this one, I love it because I love how it has, once again, these are, in replacement of the swords. We have the feathers. And when I think of this card, I think of just a quiet, secluded place where you can take your hat off, take your shoes off, and listen to the sound of the earth. The wind blowing, the sun beaming, the water moving, okay? And maybe even the grass blowing as well. But during this time, you are going to basically go into a restful state that makes you grateful for where you've been, where you are coming, and knowing that, you have to take this period of rest to really be grateful of your journey and how far you've come. I know I'm a person that, part of my Capricornian not problem, but my duty here is to learn patience. And sometimes when the world's all fallen down, when your world is fallen down, it's hard to even see a way through this smoke and this fire and this everything that you lost that you thought was right for you. And it's going to take lots of rest. It's going to take lots of time by yourself, to speak with your spiritual guides, to speak with Mother Earth, to speak with really you inside. What is the next step? And how grateful are you to be here after all that happened? And coming out of this rest, you're going to be right back to where you need to be. creating, and flowing freely. Freedom. Freedom. Okay? Freedom. Freedom from whatever this mess was built on. Okay? You guys got the turtle and also the horse. So let me read you what the turtle stands for. It says, Turtle, you've been going much too fast for too long, so slow down and pace yourself. This is a time to be more self-reliant and less dependent on others. Take time to nurture yourself and simply observe and feel your emotions. Right there. This is a period of increased sensitivity to the Earth's vibrations and those of the collective human consciousness, which you'll first feel as sensations in your body prior to the resultant emotion. Spend a few hours or longer in solitude, away from other people and the usual noise that surrounds you. This is a very creative and fertile time, and you need to shield yourself from interferences that threaten to distract you. Okay, that's the turtle speaking. Now the horse. You're about to embark on an unexpected adventure and will have to move very quickly once it's initiated. It's time to free yourself from those physically and emotionally constricting aspects of your life. You need to call upon reserves of stamina and strength to get you through this ordeal. You're much more powerful than you think that you are. This situation requires strong warrior energy, balanced with sensitivity, patience, and compassion. Teamwork with your family, friends, or community is important right now. All right. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. Um, you know, like I said, this for coupled and singled, that the closer you guys get to letting whatever needs to just burn off, you know, let it burn off, and take that time to yourselves, everything's going to make more sense. Everything's going to fall into place better, you know, whether this person is for you or not. You know, if you guys can work together, I believe anything is possible. Just communicate as much as possible. So thank you again, guys. I hope you have a wonderful October and happy Halloween. I will see you next month. Bye, guys.